Howdy, video game enjoyers. Christmas might be behind us, but we are still in for celebration, as I do declare this to be Elder Scrolls 3 week. And what do we do on such a joyous occasion? Why, we play Morrowind, of course. As we do have still some unattended business to take care of before we proceed to talk things out with Dagobah, as gentlemen do when disputes arise. You know, I'm almost tempted to keep the jolly cat on screen, just because, well, if you follow Christian tradition, you do get to celebrate the holiday spirit until the advent of the three mystics, which is only till mid-January. So I think that's a good enough excuse to keep them around. Why not? So we get to choose a side now, whether bless you, my man.
The ship. Not your fault, though.
Yes, truly horrendous. But you better watch yourself out here, my guy. The one you get a nasty cold while in the middle of erecting such a magnificent settlement with a great future ahead of itself, assuming all things go as planned, which goes back to this decision that's in front of us. Now we can either side with Falco here and make sure that the Raven Rock project succeeds, or we could head back over to Carnius, our original employer, and be like, nah, we're here for the money, first and foremost, and seems more probable to see this expedition fail in its inception. But I could never do that to our boy Falco. He's been just such a sweetheart to us. And that's exactly why we're gonna say yes. We shall aid you. Have you decided to do what is right, Bracket Dune? Yes, I will help you. Excellent. I am glad to have you working with me. From now on, every future assignment you are given will come from me. Well, I don't have a real assignment for you, but perhaps you can help me with something else. I have a difficult decision to make, and your input would be valuable to me. Raven Rock is expanding nicely, despite the heavy ore quotas Carnius has insisted on. It's time we build something other than housing, and the funds are available to build either a smithy or a trader's outpost. I'm having a difficulty deciding which would suit us better, and I value your opinion. Take some time to think it over, talk to the workers if you like, and come back when you've made up your mind. Alright, seems like a simple enough decision. From a practical standpoint, I will wager that this only really influences what kind of vendor we get available here, which would be either an armorer or general trainer, I suppose. Anyway, what do you think, my man? What would benefit you guys long term? I don't know what I really care either way, to be honest. I guess I have to say a trader would be better to have, since it's about all sorts of things here. Well, you ask me, we need a smith here. If the equipment breaks down, we could just get it fixed here instead of shipping it off to the mainland. But that's just my opinion. Solid reasoning. I mean, I'm leaning more onto it because I would just have a weaponsmith down here that I could use myself to repair my gear, considering that we're still gonna be sticking around, even if for a little bit. Tough question. If I could see, I'd rather see a trader here. Maybe that way more people would be interested in stopping by. Then maybe some of them might want to stay, and that would make the workload lighter for all of us.
My lungs must be as black.
So it's 2-1 for a general store. However, since my vote counts, it makes a tie. But as I had already lent a hand into making the settlement the way it is, my vote counts double. And that means Smithy wins
Couldn't get worse.
by default.
Good.
The smith. Indeed, a smith would be useful to us. Harrison, that's how we should invest. Once you start construction, you can afford to change your mind. Yes, I'm sure. Very well. I'll make sure the work starts promptly. Carnius needs to be informed regardless of whether or not he cares. We can't do anything without the utmost regard for procedure. We don't want to give him an edge. Does that mean I have to report him directly, or... Oh, okay. I should do so after I cut down this animated tree. Just randomly started to interrupt our chit-chat. Come on out. Oh, there you are. It seems like the Spriggans tonight have decided to be especially volatile towards me. There's a third one coming out. The heck did I even do to upset all of you? That much. Maybe they just have a humiliation ritual where they really want me to keep pummeling them over and over until they deem satisfied. Man, it feels so nice to have a solid movement speed where I'm not traveling at a snail's pace by default. Think about it, we could be even faster if we gain a couple of more levels. Actually, now that I think about it, how close am I? Oh! I should be able to level up as soon as I rest. How fortunate. Especially considering I will be able to find the bed promptly.
I like what I see.
You already have a love interest. So, let's not get me tangled up here and breaking someone's heart. I mean, technically they're not officially together, but I don't know. Seems a little iffy. Not now, underling. Expecting a decision from Falcom. It's calling business and doesn't concern you. Well, about that. What? Fine, fine. That's fine. I honestly don't care. Just make sure there are no problems. I don't want to be bothered with this again.
You chose Falco. Fine. Just leaves more for me.
That didn't sound foreboding in the slightest. It's almost as if he's actively made up his mind to make me and Falco his enemy. He's not gonna say it flat outright, but you can see that glimmer in those sneaky little fox eyes. Ooh, if we could hit 30, we'd have endurance maxed out by then. And be close with agility. With enough grinding, I could see that happening. However, considering how the playthrough is gonna pan out, we'll just have to remain satisfied with max strength. Still, 27 is a formidable number. I feel like with any RPG where you hit your first cap, either for a skill or an attribute, that's where you really start feeling the power surge kick in. And your character build really begins to come together. What's up, Golden? How are you holding up, pal? Feasting on Christmas leftovers, I hope? Our family actually had a small break today from our festive delicacies. Decided to eat something else. Truth be told, I was beginning to get a little tired myself. Thing is, you have to be particularly careful with steak tartare because you are eating raw meat at the end of the day. So even if it comes from high-grade beef, that stuff is still gonna get affected by the passage of time. So ideally, you should eat it within a day or two. Truly, raise an A to celebrate. Which
The Asian girl in that donut shop was sexy as fuck. Right? Something about an older Asian. I would have fucked the daylights out of that Chinese lady. If I could fuck that Chinese lady, my life would be fucked. Fucking that Chinese lady is. I can't fuck that Chinese woman. I almost fucked that Chinese lady on me. Yes, I would fuck that Chinese woman. Sexy Chinese women usually have fuck that Chinese bitch, man. I'm quitting TikTok because that Chinese bitch broke. That Chinese slut will never see my business. Chinese bitch have stolen my heart. Shit. That Chinese whore used to make me a nice bird. That Chinese bitch doesn't come. Chinese women are getting sexier. They used to always wear the. I basically fucked that Chinese lady. This Chinese bitch is trying to seduce. Chinese woman apparently gives the best intercourse. I want to fuck that Chinese lady at that donut. Chinese bitches around the world. We know that. That Chinese bitch wants to fuck me. It's official. That sexy Chinese bitch wants me to fuck her with the donuts. I want to fuck that Chinese bitch, but this bitch forgot one of the donuts. I told her, sexy Chinese bitches give good donuts, but sexy I wouldn't fuck that Chinese bitch if fucking that Chinese bitch cured cancer. Chinese sluts have played with my emotions far too many. I would fuck the older Chinese lady because she's sexy, right? She gives off some sort of sexy. Me wanting to fuck that Chinese lady is the only reason I'm off myself, right? These are not from her. These fucking that Chinese donut lady is the only thing I really desire in life, right? I really want to fuck that Chinese lady on me. I would fuck the ethnicity out of that Chinese lady, right? I want to fuck the Chinese lady and give her. I want to fuck the Chinese lady and elope with her in Las Vegas. I'd let the Chinese lady molest me if I was not.
I should redeem that prompt myself whenever I need a break to say sip water on. Essentially, we could unofficially consider it my dedicated hydration button, where I give myself a full minute for my voice to rest and take in some of that glorious H2O. But anywho, which Shantae game did you receive from good old Saint Nick? Oh, sweet. You know, I really only played Risky's Revenge and Pirate's Curse myself.
The pleasure is all mine.
They're perfectly fine platformers. Did enjoy them, but
Your bidding, agent?
just thinking around to checking out the rest of the series. The smithy is done? Fine, fine. Now leave me alone.
You chose Falco. 5.
This honestly seemed redundant. First, I ran up to Carnius to report that the smithy under construction, and barely a day after, hey, but you might want to know that the blacksmith now stands completed. I may as well have waited in the fort and have Falco send a carrier pigeon. Okay, okay, I will contend with be an errand boy. At the end of the day, I do have stakes in Raven Rock. Like, literally. Carnius gave me an investment paper in the colony. I'm mildly curious to see how this plays out, because we haven't really had any follow-up on what my Raven Rock stocks ensue. But would you look at that? This element is coming on nicely. We've actually got some decent looking architecture now. Why, I would say that this is starting to look cozy. Mayhaps I might even decide to sell here. Don't know why I decided to make it all cramped like this. Could have spaced those buildings a little more, unless you're planning to build a wall around here. And that's why we're keeping it compact, but somehow I doubt you're going that far.
You're one of the nicest people I met. And that's saying quite a lot.
Why, thank you. That's a rare compliment, if I've heard one. Usually the NPCs tend to be quite direct and rude. Especially if you're talking to a Dunmer, but with those, perfectly understandable. It seems that nothing is easy, Brackett-Dune. Carnius' replacement supply ship has brought new promise with it, namely, one Barrow Ignatius. He seems to think that he deserves extra payment for delivering our supplies and taking the ore back to the mainland, and I, for one, have no intention of giving in to him. I've given up trying to reason with him. Why don't you try talking some sense to him? He's captain of the new supply ship that's arrived. He should still be down by the dock. I don't believe he's budged since he made his demand for extra payment. He's demanding a ridiculous sum of money. I won't even repeat what it is. Maybe you should, because something tells me that if negotiations break down, I mean, they're gonna have to shoot out of my own pocket or outright murder him. And considering how touchy you were on the subject of murder with the Nord, I don't think me slaying your one and only potential supplier is gonna be it's gonna be on the table. Or else he refused to take any of the ore back to the mainland. This is unacceptable and something needs to be done about it. I've tried reasoning with him to no avail. I'd like you to talk to him.
Decisions are good, but good decisions are...
You know what's gonna be particularly ironic? If we follow the game logic and I have to raise his disposition near 100 by paying him money, and then he's like, well, actually, I'll give you guys a discount, and then I have to pay him even more money on top. Well now, have they finally sent someone to deliver the extra payment I requested? I told them that if I was going to make the trip on top of what Elberov was doing, it cost them, and I'm getting tired of waiting. That's right. You see this boat? It isn't going anywhere until I've got the money in my hands. Your boss already knows what I'm after, and unless you're here to give it to me, I suggest you get lost. Otherwise, you might get hurt. Whoa. And here, I was thinking I'm gonna have to do the intimidating. Who's Elberov? He's a friend of mine. Not much to look at, and certainly not much of a captain, but he was hell of a fighter, always brandishing that stupid sword of his. But what business is of yours? Let's talk about that extra payment, shall we?
Go ahead, stranger.
He's not bringing up the money. It's extremely rude to me, demanded a large sum of money to transport the cousin's goods. Can we get a number, please?
May I help you?
Like, how do you suppose I'm meant to sort this out if I don't even know what kind of number I'm working with here? Okay, let's try old-fashioned buttering up. Ooh, that plummeted real quick. Bro, you're literally asking for more money. Why are you getting upset that I'm giving you it?
Don't bother me.
You're a tough cookie to crack. You know that? Wow,
Are you here
this
to start
guy
trouble, or are you just
has a particularly tough persuasion check to clear. I like you early do, but you're not going to talk me out of it. I want my money, I want it soon.
Greetings to you. A pleasure to meet you.
All that effort and still to no avail.
Yes?
So it does seem like actual diplomacy is out of the question. At least me handling the transaction. See, he's completely unreasonable. There must be a way around this bracket dune. Talk to Apronia. Maybe there's some way to exploit this connection to Elberov. Baron knew him, yes? I know nothing of him, beyond his name. Perhaps Apronia might know something more, since she was on the ship with him.
Decisions are good, but good decisions are...
Well, if it isn't you again, I dare say you're one of the nicest people I met. And that's saying quite a lot.
Oh. Feeling butterflies all inside. But, Weren't you on the other ship that crashed? So, unless in between events you went on the other ship, which doesn't make sense because it just arrived. I don't know. I'm not gonna question the game logic here. He was completely incompetent as a ship captain. I can tell you that much. Such an odd little bossmer too. Oh, okay. Hey, hang on. This is referring to that elf that we saw by the other shipwreck. Fair enough. Thought he was the best fighter in the province, always waving that sword around. But then the ship crashed, and he was injured. For all his talk of being a good fighter, he sure didn't last long against those horrible undead things. I ended up taking his saber and using it to defend myself. About the only thing he ended up being good for, in my opinion. It certainly came in handy. Now I think of it, though, I don't really have much of a use for it. Here, you take it. Not like it's worth much of anything, but odds are you'd be more likely to use it than I ever will. And of course it weighs a ton. So, let me leave that here with you for safekeeping. And I'm gonna present the captain
May I help you?
with a piece of memorabilia from his other captain friend. He bring him up, do you? If only he were here. He wiped the floor with you. Wouldn't be nearly as gracious as I have. A mean little bossmer he is. Keep annoying him like this, and he likely put his saber for your skull. Next time I see him, I'll make a point of mentioning you. Perhaps he'll pay you a visit. What, you trying to tell me you have it? Sure, it's easy to talk. A guy like Elbroth, though. He wouldn't just say he had a saber. He'd show you he had it. And the guy looking at Elbroth holding his saber, he understands things pretty good, or he'd be real sorry. This guy is just asking to get his butt kicked. Is this getting through that thick skull of yours, or do I have to put it directly in your cranium? Don't try to dim me, you. That sword looks like Elbroth's. Is that a saber? How did you... But where? So it's true. He's dead. You don't mean to tell me that you... I mean, you didn't. You didn't kill him, did you? Okay, listen. Maybe I made a bit of a mistake, alright? How about I just take the ship and deliver the ore, and we won't have any sort of problem at all. Just don't hurt me. Look, I'm going now, see? There we go. In the end, diplomacy does prevail, after all. Hey, Falco. Here's another blade for you to watch over. Also, we talked things out. Well done, Brackedoon. Well done. Perhaps things can return to normal. Another 1,000 gold lying in my pockets. Any more extra jobs? The logs from the mines aren't any up, Brackedoon. Ore is disappearing, and if my hunch is right, Erwin Marin is the one making it disappear. Of course, if my hunch is right, we're going to need proof of his theft. I won't reveal where the information came from, but I can tell you that I believe he's hiding the ore in a chest in his house until he can offload it to someone else. I want you to find that chest and get the ore from it. You'll get this key to get into his house. Oh, well, that's convenient for you. To keep it
If it's not one thing.
on your humble person. Oh, by the way. You have an actual Saint Shield? On display? Huh, so much for that being a unique artifact.
You won't get hurt.
For all I know, I could have bought a cheap copy of the original, and it turns out there's actually like 10 of them across Morrowind alone. What do you have in stock? A single repair hammer, because that seems to be the trend in this expansion. Yeah, what do you know? She actually does have a Saint's Shield on sale. Makes me wonder if that's the one that we see up there, or as soon as I pick it, it actually vanishes. How's our equipment doing? Decently, I'd say. Well, that's a darn shame, because apparently they're worth 300 a pop, while holding no weight in particular. Easy money.
Let's get this over with quickly.
I hate to say it, but it would seem that the goods have been moved already. Falco, we may have to catch the guy in the act.
Couldn't get worse, could it?
What? My information was very reliable. It may be that he was tipped off by someone. I don't claim to have a monopoly in spying here at Raven Rock. Well, if we don't have any evidence, then we'll just have to catch him red-handed. My man. Like the way you're thinking. You should be in the mine. Follow him and see if he does anything suspicious. Take care not to be seen by anyone, as they could alert him to your presence. Whoa, we're actually getting a stealth section? A tall order, considering I'm not really the build for that. However, we do have a MacGuffin that could aid us in these trying times. Urin Marin, that's his name.
May your ore be pure, and your profits large.
Thank you. Now, if you could kindly turn away and start moving. That's right. You just go about your pathfinding. Just gonna casually move in the same direction as you are. Oh? What's that you're doing over there, pal? I'm not sure if I'm actually supposed to keep away or move in. I followed Urnmaran to the storage room where he has no business being. I guess that's a success. Brackadoon, what are you doing here? There's a perfectly good explanation for this. I assure you. Yes. You see, I was... Okay, fine. You caught me. But I swear, I didn't want to do this. Carnius put me up to it. He said to kill me if I didn't steal as much ore as I could.
May your ore be pure, and your
Feels rather awkward that I have to snitch on one of the nicest dark elves that have not greeted me with a bunch of offhanded remarks, but, well, such is life. Just as I suspected. I didn't want to say anything at the time, but I was utterly sure that Carnius was involved. Well, now that we have a witness, perhaps it's time that we bring this matter to the attention of the investors. I'll see to it that Ern is sequestered in one of the colony's storerooms for now. Go see what Carnius has to say for himself, won't you?
If it's not one thing, it's another.
I mean, I don't know what you expect to hear other than him being like, nah? How dare you even imply that we'd be involved? Why, that Uran Marin was surely acting alone. Feels like I'm trying to dodge an SCP with the way I'm keeping those brigands at bay. Again, it's not even that all these creatures are in any shape or form dangerous to me. It's just more of a chore to deal with them than me gaining any benefits. I could make the argument that they're worth some XP, but I sincerely doubt it. Oh my word. You know, I think I'll let the fort security have a little fun. I'm sure they're getting bored on their watch with not much to do, so they'll appreciate a workout. They'll follow me in a straight line. Get him, boys. It's a free-for-all. Down at Fort Frostmoth. The hell? You're not actually gonna touch the berserkers? Do I have to give one of the spells to hit him? For the aggro to count?
Hello there. How are you?
Keep moving.
That's strange. I'm genuinely surprised these does not count as enemies.
Your bidding, agent?
The pleasure is all mine.
What's gonna be the option? You're going to accuse me of being involved in this. So be it. But I warn you, be very careful with how you handle this, underling. It will be my word against the word of a thief. Whom do you think will be believed?
You chose Falco. Fine. Just leaves more for me.
Look at this smug expression and tell me he is not sleazy in the slightest. However, does raise a fair point. Like I mentioned, could easily just brush this off as, hey, that guy stole the over for himself. I have nothing to do with this. One's word against another's, and whose value holds more in this equation? It's easy to guess. Not quite a Hank Hill bum, but you can kind of tell how the critter designs evolved over the course of the series. It's all going back to the Fire Atronach explosion during Oblivion Remaster's inception.
Well, it couldn't get worse, could it?
A little explosion in all people's pants. Ugh. It would appear that the matter of Urnmar has been settled for us, Bracketdoon. He was found dead shortly after being locked up. Wow. How suspicious. How oddly convenient. It would make a parallel to a fairly recent real-life scenario, but we're not gonna go that way. Yeah. Of course, I have no proof that he was murdered, and there are no witnesses. I'm sure Carius had something to do with it, but if I can't prove it, I don't dare accuse him of it. At least the feeding problems should stop. For now. You've done good work, Bracketdoon. Thank you. No, I don't have anything for you right now. We're concentrating on finishing up the current construction here at the site. Come find me when we're done with it. Alrighty. Well, I'm just gonna chill here. Eventually, I'll get a notification in my journal. Like so. The second phase of the construction should be complete. Should check in at the colony to see if there's any more work for me. I mean, yeah. This looks to be more or less in a complete state.
Another day.
What, this took you guys like a week or two? Pretty damn fine progress, I'd say. Yes, I have a matter that needs urgent attention. Something has gone horribly wrong with Scylla Favelnim, and I need you to tend to him immediately. I don't know what's gone into him. Word is that he's been trying to fight anyone who walks into the bar. This isn't just like him at all. Find out what's going on and see if you can settle him down. Alright, Bracketdoon? He's probably still in there.
If it's not one,
Are you going in there? You are, aren't you? What have I told you? Please, don't hurt my husband. I just don't know what's gone into him. He's been sick lately, and I think he's tired. Tired of being old. Tired of feeling useless. But just don't know why'd he do this. Please make sure he's safe, Bracketdoon. I don't know what I'd do without him. Don't hurt him, whatever you do. If he tries to fight you, just don't fight back. He can't keep it up for long. So, kinda like the Norse scenario, except just wait it out. Well, I can't really promise you anything, but I'll see what we can do. I suppose they sent you to deal with me, haven't they? Well then, let's get this over with. You're not some kind of coward, are you? Come on and fight me. If I'm going to die, then I'm going out with a bang.
You imp.
Can't keep swinging. Too tired. Just fight me, okay? Come on. I'm too tired. Just can't fight anymore. Kill me, won't you? Just tell them you had no choice. They had to defend yourself. I just don't want to live like this anymore. Why would you want to die? Why? Look at me. I'm an old man. My health is failing. I'm of no use in the mines, and I'm burdened to my family. I don't want to waste away in bed. Don't you see? That's no way for a man to die. What about your wife? My wife would be better off without me, whether she knows it or not. What? You think you know better? This is your only option. I suppose you're going to try and tell me that my family is more important, right? Look, I don't want things to end like this, but I don't want Drelora to see me wasting away in front of her. I don't want her to have to take care of me because I can't do it myself. Just kill me, won't you? Put an end to this. Ugh. This is really turning into a miserable affair. No, I won't. You're right. You're right. I know you're right. I'm sorry. I'll stop and I'll try to look on the bright side from now on.
So weary.
Can we hurry this along?
Shut up, asshole. Then again. To be expected of a high elf. All high and mighty. Can I, like, move out of here? Why am I even stuck? No, really. What's stopping me from advancing? Bro, did you actually lock me in here? Somehow? That's the Bethesda touch, everyone.
There is no escape.
Well, we know it doesn't take long for him to be aware of steam, so just gonna take a sip of water, IRL, while this is transpiring. Ooh, that tickles.
So weary.
I'm listening. Go ahead.
Thank you for sparing Slow's life, Bracket Dune. Have you calmed down Slur Favelin in Bracket Dune? Thank you, Bracket Dune. It would have been easy to kill him. It would have been in your right to do so. You've shown great compassion. I wish to reward that. 1,500 gold for being a punching bag for less than a minute. I'd say that's a pretty awesome exchange. Something has happened in the mine. The men have unearthed a burial cavern, but it's not like any we've seen before. There's some sort of ice in there that they can't break through. I want you to find out what it is. There are some Nords that live just south of where the Harstred and Illicit rivers meet. Go talk to the one named Graring and see if he can tell you anything. He's some kind of outcast from the Nord society here on the island. I don't know the details, nor do I care to. I understand he can be found just south of where the river divides. South of the stone bridge that crosses it. So yeah, where that fork to the left and right are, I imagine.
Well, it couldn't get worse.
Would you look at that? We're actually getting a more involved quest. These past few have been fairly localized within the boundaries of Raven Rock. Don't particularly mind that, because it does increase the pacing substantially. One issue that becomes quite apparent in Morrowind, especially here in this expansion pack, with how much of a condensed landmass we're working on here, is the density of enemies per square mile. I mean, look at this. That just nuts what's going on here. Every living entity has made its mission to kick my ass. Truthfully, I could be ignoring them, and I probably should, but I know they're just gonna eventually keep up with me. Unless I do the old reliable. Well, it should have known it wasn't a particularly good hiding spot. Why am I doing so much damage all of a sudden? What's even causing this? My armor get blown up or not? Most of it is still mint condition. Oh, Saint Shield is busted. Well, should have known it was gonna end like this. Eventually. Just need to find the guy I meant to talk to. Is that him? You. You're not here to hurt us. Then perhaps you're different from the rest. You seek knowledge of the Stralum, yes? You're not the first to seek it. Outsiders like this woman have been here before. Always demanding. Always offering payment that is useless to us. Wait, you mean to tell me there was a scripted event and not just a random, bandit assaulting? But they get nothing. The skull give them nothing because they call it sacred. We give them nothing because they know they would misuse it. They live in a village on the northern coast of Solstheim. They hold the iron birds and wolves with very high regard. The skull considered the Stalrim to be holy. During the Great War with the Dark Elves, many heroes fell in battle. Some could not be returned to Skyrim, and were buried here. Great magics were worked in the tombs to protect their belongings from grave robbers, and their corpses from worse things. Energy was drawn from the land itself, and their heroes were encased in tombs of ice. That ice is Stalrim. Oh. So that gives us insight as to what potentially do about the encased skeletons throughout the tombs we've seen. We learned that Stalrim can be forged much like iron or steel. We are made outcasts for it. The skull are too narrow-minded to understand its practical value. Some, like this woman, hear of it and come seeking it, but will not get it from us. You, however, have earned my respect. We will now see if we can truly be trusted. Take this pickaxe and use it to chip off a piece of Stalrim. Bring that piece to me. Once more, I'm gonna have to just, casually, leave, Umbra with someone. I mean, there's a cave right there, so hopefully we don't have to look for a tomb too long. No skeletons around, so that's potentially a good sign. Who are you? You're not upset at me.
Forces of darkness are mine to command. All shall bow before the terrible power of Timval the Dark.
So terrible I can just smash your bonus apart like it's nothing. Intruder, who dares venture so deeply into the halls of Rimble? The mantle of woe is mine, do you hear? I have claimed the robe and its power. Behold, the vestments I now wear. When I read the old stories, I had to learn the truth. Could it be that an eye of such grand magicka lies so close at my hand, in the caves beneath the very village? I could contain my eagerness no longer, and jumped into the well. I braved Rimko's dangers, and at last my efforts were rewarded. Soon the dead shall walk, and Timval the Dark shall lead them. We get a lot of options here. We could actually team up with him? You're insane, Timval. You must die and all evil should. Evil, you say? Self-righteous fool. Spare me your sanctimonious lecturing. There is no good in the world, save that which we give ourselves. But enough talk. Have at you, I will show you the true meaning of power.
How does it feel to know death
Holy moly, look at the stats in this thing. Drain personality, 100 points. Weakness to normal weapons increased by 20%. Fortify total magicka 5 times per your intelligence count. 20 points of damage from the sun? So what, do you like take constant damage while wearing this during the day? Fortified skill conjuration by 50 points. Heck, I'm not gonna use that, but... Sure can sell it to the highest bidder. With a peculiar chance encounter. If I do say so myself. Why howdy, Crump, I haven't seen you in a minute. How you been doing this Christmas season, my friend? I don't believe we'll find what I need down here. Unless I were to make... Oh. That just puts us next to the Skull Village. How peculiar. Anyway. I do have a backup plan, which is, let's go to tomb we've already been, and we know that we can find frozen skeleton. Here she comes. Not that I particularly care. The moment I step out of here, we're gonna have to be quick on our feet. I've chipped off a piece of the Stalram and should take it to Graring. Quick, before they catch on that I'm out. Me when I need to use the bathroom urgently. You have some of it? I should not take it from you. That you're willing to bring it is proof enough. Now that I know you can be trusted, you may come to us at any time and we'll construct for you armor and weapons. Speak to Enar and Hidar. They will do these things for you with my blessing. Have you come for Stalram armor, friend? Oh. Okay.
Have you come for Stalrim weapons, friend?
Armor, friend?
I doubt they're any better than what I have. It's cool to know that we have this option. really need to head back to Raven Rock and patch up my shield. Well, Umbra, I suppose I shall have to leave you here for now. To be fair, I actually doubt I'm gonna be using it at all, considering the one-handers are just such a significant upgrade over it. And knowing the game, I'm gonna have to keep picking up extra stuff before our confrontation with Dag of Ur. So best if I have the inventory space to accommodate it. Nah, I'll pass. A really peculiar aspect of AI behavior in this game is sometimes when you happen to move quickly by an enemy despite its aggro radius, they just won't have enough time to register that you've been there. So they'll not even come after you. A lucky hit. Nothing more, nothing less. Anyway, where was blacksmith? Here. You need that singular repair hammer of yours. Ooh. Only 1 gold piece? That's a steal. How much do you want? Oh, you're actually charging me full price for the shield. I suppose discounts go only as far.
Go ahead, stranger.
Yo, what's up, No for the Impact? Because Nords in Tamriel are just built different. We cannot judge them by traditional standards. If one decides that they feel like running butt naked onto the coal, that's just the way things are. What the hell? That was just one use? Feel robbed. No wonder it cost 1 gold piece. Okay, fine. We're gonna need that while going down the mine.
Well, it couldn't get worse.
Yes, sir. That is the famous residence of our buddy old chum, Degafur, who we shall be paying a visit to in due time. Hang on, maybe I need to report to Falco first. I have the means before I'm allowed to advance this quest further. You forged an important bond here, Beckon. It's clear to see why Carnius was so interested in this. Do what I've asked. Take them any more storm can find. Better that we get control of it before Carnius does. How much? From the information Grant gave you, it's clearly far more useful to us as armor and weapons than as chunks of ice. It'll be tougher for Kenyans to take away too. Make sure that if you find any more, you take it to Graring.
What next?
Oh, that's just an extra incentive, sure. I have an urgent job for you, Bracketoon. I hope you don't have anything else going on, because this needs to be taken care of immediately. This reports need to be in Carney's hands in 5 hours' time, and I'm going to deliver it to him. Don't have time to explain. Just take it and get going. Head straight for his office at the fort. Don't waste doing anything else. Now go. Oh, we're on an actual timer here? In that case, I have just the thing, my man. What's the pricing on the 5070 model? If you think it's available at a reasonable price, then I'd say go for it. It's really difficult at the moment to tell what the situation on the computer parts market is gonna end up like. Well, because obviously RAM is being bought out to use for AI setup, so that's gonna be overpriced as hell until more businesses move in to fill up the void. Allegedly, Asus is aiming towards filling that gap. I am under the impression that this is a bubble just waiting to blow. Like, people who are stockpiling on RAM chips are going to be sorely disappointed when this just blows over, and they'll end up with too many to pawn off at the price that we're hoping for, so there's going to be handing over discounted chips, essentially.
Well met, friend.
Have you seen what the Russians are doing? Like, they're actively
Yes. Did you want something?
they're actively making their own bootleg RAM chips by just getting pre-made sticks from Chinese suppliers and then soldering chips onto them to make their own custom setups, which I suppose in capable hands is feasible, but I don't know, man. That, to me, that appears too demanding of a task for your average Joe to be able to pull off successfully, because from my personal experience with soldering, and I do that at a very rudimentary level, just to say connect LED strips together, it's very easy to fuck it up if you're not careful with how you're applying the solder. And we're talking about very delicate equipment here. Oh yeah, you know that shit is gonna be just blowing up PCs left and right due to short circuits or power failures. Hurry here to Sicarius. I'm afraid he's not in right now. Oh, and he'd be so disappointed that we're unable to deliver that report on time. Vector Magus had quite a bit to do today. I believe he was headed out to location of that awful shipwreck that happened recently. Maybe you can catch him on the way. Oh, so there's layers to this. I've heard the fort, but Karen's not here. I've been told that he found the shipwreck site on the west coast of the island. I'll need to hurry up and get the report to him in time. Oh dear, did I forget to mention the little problem becoming with that trap? Well, I do hope that doesn't slow you down too much. I'm afraid there's nothing more I can do for you, excuse me. You bastards are trying to set me up here, aren't you? Well, there's gonna be a slight problem. How am I supposed to run along, asshole, when I'm trapped in place? Oh dear. That's not nearly enough. If I could make my way down to the hill downstairs, maybe he'd be able to help me out. But as is... Maybe if you know beforehand you can jump over it, and that will do the trick?
What next?
It's worth a shot. Then there's no time to waste.
I like what I see.
Attempt number 2.
Yes. Did you want something?
Oh, so it's perfectly laid down here.
Yes.
Where does it actually extend? I mean, worst case scenario, I can just drop off a lot of armor. Like so, and I can still move around. At least for now.
Your bidding, agent?
Oh, no, you don't. Last thing I need is dipshit like that shaving an hour of my already limited time. All we know that the shipwreck is on the west coast, but where exactly? Can't really say. Just gonna have to guess. Could be the one I went to before. For all we know. It's the very same one. Hey, what's up? Got a letter for you. Well, I must say, I'm surprised. I expect to see this report on time. Very well, underling. Let Falcon know I've received it. Oh, you know. You were trying to set me up. I just can't prove it. Even though clearly the trap was there. Meant to stop me. Wait till the sellers see this. Just a guy running at light speed while being chased by every single living creature within a 5-mile radius.
What did I do to deserve this honor?
Let me pick up my stuff.
Your bidding, agent?
Hopefully, these effects will wear off in time. In fact, it appears, my strength is already back to normal. Well, not so much agility and speed, but, let's see what happens if I just decide to wait, or... Could sleep in his bed now that he's away. There you go. Red square gone.
Yes. Did you want something?
Yes, I wanted to tell you that you suck. You can suck these, because I won regardless. Now, back to Raven Rock. Uh-oh. This doesn't look good. Unless what I'm seeing is buildings under construction. I thought this was under attack for a minute, and then realized, oh no, they're just extending. You got it to him on time? Excellent. I was sure he created that deadline out of spite. Never taken my report to get him before it expired. You've done good work, Breckadune. You bought us some more time. Now the report is taken care of, we can move on to other things. Perhaps you've noticed the increase in Spriggans around here lately. For sure. I'm not sure what's going on, but they seem to be gravitating towards that cluster of trees at the east end of the colony. Unfortunately, future plans for expansion demand that we remove those trees. They seem to come in waves. I think there's at least one of them out there now, and there will probably be more soon. When it looks like you've beaten them all back, find Unil Loren. Odds are he's in the bar. He wants me to get rid of any Spriggans near the grove of trees at the eastern end of the colonies.
It's not one thing, it's another.
Oh boy. As if those pesky tree ladies were not annoying enough. Now I gotta murder even more of him. I'm starting to think they deliberately picked this enemy type out of pure spite. The crazy part? These were actually the ones I was supposed to slay. Huh. And here I thought I was actually gonna have to head out of town.
Hear it.
Can we hurry this along? Go ahead.
So, where's the guy I need to speak to? Ah. Even though the Spriggans are gone, we still can cut down this grove of trees. Some sort of magical heebie-jeebie, that'd be my guess. Either way, we can't start on the building ours until those trees are gone. Maybe if we could get at the roots or something. We have to do that from underground. They've got to be way underground, too far down for us to dig to. They're probably as tough as the trees themselves, so anyone that ran into them would know it. And that's the workers in the mind about it, but, well, you know, it's dark down there.
What do you want?
Nice to know that I can just get a room here for free. Hey, Falco, I might need to head down mine. I haven't even talked to him about the promotion all this time. Look at that. From underling to agent in a matter of seconds.
No rest for the weary.
Una Laura has told me that the colonists have tried cutting down the trees to no avail. He guessed that something could be done if he had access to the roots, but believes them to be too far underground for him to dig down to them. Okay, let's get down here and speak with the miners. Maybe they can point me in the right direction. Assuming there's anyone around here. Brigands. Roots. Roots? We had a real problem with those. Had a whole passage in the mine blocked off by them. We just couldn't seem to hack through all of them. Decided it wasn't worth the effort, so we gave up on it. You can see for yourself. They're down at the bottom, off of that northern passage. Well, let's see if we can do anything about it ourselves. I have to consult the map on this one, because I sure as heck don't want to get lost in here. Weirdly enough, that seems to trail off further, even though it's clearly blocked off from this side. Just let me down the same... Oh, there we go. Abandoned mine shaft. Oh, yeah, no kidding. Check the passage and found the roots. I should let Unel Lauren know about them. See? Told you. Need to keep that map on deck because it's just so easy to lose track. Well, then again, this does coil in on itself, which... Yeah, that makes a little more sense why I saw snaking passageways overlapping each other. Map screen just doesn't represent that too well. Really, that sounds like what I'm looking for. Can you take me to see them? Okay, now we're getting somewhere. Lead on, Brackadoon. Would have been way easier if you just came along from the get-go instead of, I don't know, padding for time. Makes me glad that we're, for the most part, just doing menial tests that can be wrapped up quickly. Considering that we're under 2 hours, streaming-wise, I'd say we already knocked a fair bit of the Raven Rock quest line. There she is. This sure looks like the place. These roots probably extend all the way up to those trees at the surface. Well, this is the right place. Maybe there's something I can do about it. If these roots are drinking from this pool of water, we could try poisoning the water to weaken them. If they're weakened, the trees might fall. But I need some bitter green petals. Can you get some for me? I'll need at least 5 of them. I doubt you'll find any on Solstheim, but I can probably dredge them up someplace more civilized. Bitter green petals. Really? You're making me leave just for that? I was actually hoping that we just finish off our remaining business and then check on the mainland. Now feels like more convenient for me to just
Well. What may I do?
return to Vardenfell. Go deal with Dag of Ur, and then maybe come back if I don't forget. That is the guardian spirit of the festive season, my friend. And is your username a Warcraft reference? Yes, my lord. Yo, let's go. Those voice lines are still burned in my memory. Especially Warcraft 2, considering I fairly recently replayed the entirety of it, together with Beyond the Dark Portal. Ready to serve, my lord. Your Majesty. Yo, what's up, Frosty? Hey, at least you made it just in time for us to actually pack our bags and leave Solstheim. I need to do it to complete an optional quest for Raven Rock regardless, but I mean, I think I'm just gonna go for Red Mountain in this case, and if we have enough time to spare and I feel like it, we'll come back here and finish up the colony. No idea how far we are as far as the actual progression goes, but I wouldn't want to stick around here for too long. That's actually how I started off too. I'll one up you. Yes, my lord. Warcraft 1. Those were my humble beginnings. And oh boy, when I got to replay the first game after all these years, the nostalgia factor definitely heavily weighed in keeping my attention focused, because while charming, it is a much more bare bones experience as opposed to Tides of Darkness. Oh, that's just the start of grievances. No mouse movement. That handy dandy click to make a square and select multiple units with your mouse. Oh, no, 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 no. Mouse and keyboard, friend. All the way. Alright, before we hop off here, where we need to go through a couple of dungeons and get some extra MacGuffins to take on Dag of Ur, I want to stop by, I think the guy's in Aldrune, or... yeah, I think it's Aldrune. I'm talking about the NPC that made me aware of Soulstorm in the first place. With the flying ship. There's a particular way to old FMVs that modern day cutscenes are just not able to replicate. It's a combination of the color scheme that was used, much darker, and the very awkward models. Warcraft ones in particular do feel particularly impactful because you know when one plays, you're on to the next major stage in the campaign you're playing. And they do kind of tie into what's going on in the background of Azeroth. I love the fact that I can just run up here instead of using the Strider. Because base boots of blinding speed literally carry me throughout this entire playthrough. Bracketoon, you're here. Well, I mean, you returned. What news? I found the wreckage of the airship, crashed into the mountains of Solstheim. Sadly, there were no survivors. I've recovered the captain's journal for you. It explains everything. The airship crashed. Horrible, horrible. Such a loss of time and money. Oh, yes. Human life too. Must forget the crew. People, after all. Well, I'm thankful, grateful, really, that you've come to me with this information. But Bracketoon, you know, there's still a matter of the amulet. You see, I really must need to be more accurate. The amulet of infectious charm.
You shouldn't be here.
Louis Boucham was glad I was able to discover what happened to this airship and surrounded me accordingly. He also wants me to recover the amulet of infectious charm from Hrafman's barrow. In order to gain entrance to the barrow, I need to utter the name of the wolf that killed Hrafman Unjig. If I say the wrong name, the crypt will be sealed forever. Well, that will require us to find the crypt, and I can't really say that I can be bothered to do that. Especially since we're probably just gonna get more gold out of this. Nothing less, nothing more. Oh, while I'm here, it would be wise to visit a proper smithy. Do some quick repairs.
Speak, traveler.
I haven't played 3, so can't really extrapolate upon what you said. Heroes in Beyond the Dark Polo worked just fine because there were stronger base units with unique voice lines. Like, they didn't have anything on top of that. So you could get away with having them around. Oh, Frosty, I forgot to ask, how did you fare with that balloon game you were playing yesterday? I forgot the developer behind it, but I'm pretty sure Dungeon Chill mentioned that game on one of his more recent videos. I think, there you go. They are quite reputable for making very unique looking games. I think they're behind the Vampire RPG 2 that Chill also reviewed. And that's the one item in their catalog I would be willing to try myself. Just because the idea and execution of them look pretty darn interesting. Okay, fellas, we're heading for Ghost Fence. That king had phenomenal voice acting in general. When you control the Death Knight, he genuinely sounded like an ancient spirit brought back from the afterlife. The game could also mix in seriousness with humor pretty darn well, because on the other side of the spectrum you have the ogres and how they love to bicker with one another, even after sending them to college. And by college I mean casting an evil incantation that turns them into mages. The entire lore reason as to how we're able to turn regular two-headed ogres into spellcaster is pretty rad, because it's basically Gul'dan and Cho'Gall teaming up to defile ancient elven artifacts and use them to perform a custom ritual that just like, yeah, this is our magic now. Hope you guys like swatting flies, because we'll be seeing a lot of that. I think I might actually have to look for my journal for a bit, because there's some extra steps to undertake while here at Red Mountain, and for the life of me, I can't quite recall what I'm expected to do. I know it's about artifact hunting, but I'm blanking on the specifics. So let me go back a whole bunch. This might actually take a while. Look how many pages are just now cluttered with Soulstime specific journal entries. Okay, this is still Mournhold stuff, because we did head back there. Ah, here we go. To defeat Daggerfur, Vivek says I must go to Red Mountain to recover the artifact Hammer Sunder from Gate Citadel Veminal. Then the artifact blade Keening from Gate Citadel Odrosel. So Veminal, Odrosel. With these artifacts and Graveguard, if I destroy the enchantments in the heart of Lorcan and Daggerfur's Citadel, Daggerfur will be destroyed and the blight ended. Vivek gave me the plan to defeat Daggerfur to explain the details. I'll get it, so I could have just looked into my inventory. Oh, since you're bringing that up, one of my favorite church jingles is the one that plays in Sanitarium, the old point-and-click game. It's a very short loop, but incredibly atmospheric when you're in the second act of the game, and do spend quite a bit of your time there while trying to unravel more mysteries. I swear, sometimes it's like the shortest video game tracks that just burn into your memory. And people are glossing over the more recognizable ones that play doing like combat and general location-based ambient stuff, but not the underdogs. But anyhow, I digress. Veminal and Drossel. We should have those already marked on our map. So there's a Drossel, and Veminal is right over here. So I suppose we'll start with the nearest one. You know, this does make me glad that on an earlier stream we ventured here by accident. And I already mapped out a good portion of the Red Mountain surroundings. Proved to be quite the happy little incident, wouldn't you say? Indeed. While you were away, turns out that in order to complete a side quest for Raven Rock, I needed items from the mainland. And at that point I'm like, well, I mean, we might as well head straight here. And if I do feel like doing more chores, we'll drop by Solstem again. Now, even though I have the locations already planted on the map, still need to figure out how to reach those again. Because apparently I don't have every single road marked, unless it's one of those cases where you have to tread a concrete path. No diversions allowed whatsoever. Yeah, it's starting to slowly come back to me. I do remember this part being particularly insistent on how you're meant to traverse. That is an only specific dream to have, in fact. How accurate would you say it was to actual Fortnite gameplay? And how much did your brain actually fill out the blanks? I can totally relate to that, my friend, because I still do play Fortnite on the regular, and our team is definitely carried by more competent people that are not yours truly. No, I have never touched Destiny games. I do know that they're fairly popular. I can totally see why many players would try and sequence break this part by just chugging a lot of potions. Particularly levitation to float around between landmarks. It feels like I'm getting close to the mark, but at the same time, I'm kind of just running around in circles. Hot damn. Now that's dedication, my friend. I definitely do have a couple of 100 hours put into Fortnite already, but whether I've already surpassed TF2 playtime wise, I'm not sure. Looks like we're here, boys. Just need to find the entrance. Okay, I don't know where she decided to run off to, but... Oh. And who might you be? That was Dake of Odros, who has an amulet of heartfire on him and a key. Agility, unarmored, chameleon, speed, fatigue. Well, just a good magical item to hold on to. Okay, remind me. What am I looking for here? Keening. I am aware secondhand that Destiny 2 has been going on through developmental walls, especially during the later expansion packs. So hearing that its predecessor also went through similar grief, no surprise there. Oh, Frosty, I have to ask you. Did you get through Madular's Two Worlds video? Because I just finished it today and man, what a freaking ride. Easily one of my favorite uploads of his today. Oh, I don't know about that, buddy. I mean, I have a high tolerance as is for wacky video game antics, but from what I've seen, it's been one hell of a ride for him. I'll say that much. if anything, the lore behind the Two Worlds developmental cycle and the underhanded tactics Topware tried to promote their games. It's just hilarious to me. He does cover the multiplayer aspect of 2 a lot, and how strangely functional and entertaining it is, but no, he didn't mention the console variant not working. That's actually hilarious. Keening, short blade. Looks cool. In Citadel Drossoy discovered the artifact Blade Keening, one of the enchanted tools created by the Dwemer craftlord Kagrenak. Remember how we tried to co-op the Overlord spin-off? Dark Fellowship, or whatever it was called? And we just couldn't straight up connect because it was peer-to-peer based. And you had to open up ports to try and make it work. That's something else, man. Imagine opening up ports in the year of our Lord, 2025. When even Fightcade has long moved over onto a much more user-friendly system. It does. Not only does it use rollback, it has a much more comprehensive emulator support system, so you get to net play like GameCube titles, just to name a few. And it's pretty darn good. Oh, with, what's that, competitor called? Since it's Polish, I'm able to pronounce it correctly. I don't imagine they offer, much variety compared to Fightcade, since those guys already have enough of an extensive library, but if the performance is more adequate, then why not Arcadia? That's fair. I think, personally, gonna be real, I'm kinda burned out on fighting games, period. Just don't feel much of an incentive to return to them. Every now and then, I'll have the urge to play an old-timey fighter that just never gets old to me. But consistent play, especially on a competitive scale, I think I'm past that age, to be honest. Well, Lillifer did give me All-Star Battle, so I'll at least check that out and probably play a couple of games here and there. Just take it for a spin. But that's, you know, like a rare spout of interest. As far as the urge to play together with people is concerned, I think that co-op based games and titles like Fortnite that do have that competitive feature, but on a more casual level, that's more up my alley these days. Partially because of the lower ceiling gap. Just to pick them up and play on a decent level. But I just also find it to be less stressful. Fighting games have that innate quality about them where if you get super invested and try your best to win and keep failing, in spite of your utmost efforts, you just easily get frustrated. And yeah, I am aware that it also exists in co-op games, anything that requires at least two human beings working together, but I think I just have more of an aptitude to tolerate it. Than with fighters. You ever just fade away and leave a skull behind you? That's how I want to go out. Yes, exactly. Speaking of frustration, that's a peak rage-inducing design right there, but I'll give Dragon's Lair this much. At least the visuals are nice. Oh, also on the subject of that Two Worlds video, I do have to say that the intro portion cemented my loyalty to Madular as a viewer, because when he was describing the golden era of CRPGs and its counterweight on the JRPG side, that's how I knew. That's how I knew I was watching a true aficionado. Just shotgunning all my favorite video games like Planescape Torment, Arcanum, Bloodlines. Heck, even mentioned Divine Divinity at some point. Or the series in general when talking about balancing humor and serious narrative, which, you know my take on it. I feel like it's kind of a hit or miss ordeal depending on the context. But as far as Two Worlds writing goes, Larian seems to have been much more tasteful and competent. Also, the fact that the studio hired 4 separate voice actors to voice the main protagonist throughout the entire run of Two Worlds. So basically, each per game and expansion pack. That's some postal tech right here, and for all the wrong reasons. Well, with Baldur's Gate 3, I have yet to determine, considering that I am still gonna take that one on eventually. Definitely not in the near future, considering just how much of a beast OS2 was. But in the context of that one notorious cutscene that made its rounds online, sure, we're gonna have to deduct some points there. Right off the bat. Like, that was, that wasn't necessary at all. All cries are waking. Whitest white of all white, blackest blacks of all blacks, shame and sun, sun and shadow, stronger than gods, brighter than mortals. Only he is awake, only he is alive. He knows the names and the naming, he knows the wait and the waiting. He enters into every star and moon, he shines through their shadows. One shape, one spelling, one wraith, one casting. From darkness he is armed, from light he is warded. He is all things, Drake, Lich, Theoman. On rivers of fire he comes forth. Through storms of dreams he rides. With slivers of steel he pierces the heart. All spells, powers, curses broken. The chains are shattered. The scales fall away. I see you with my eye, and all is silence. I wake, I remember, Lord. Now that is building suspense. The suspense of knowing you are dealing with a bunch of crazies. That looks to be the head honcho of this particular stronghold. And you happen to be holding Sunder on your humble person. Plus another amulet that gives you levitate. Sure as hell gonna be useful. In Citadel Veminol, I discovered the artifact Hammer Sunder, one of the enchanted tools created by the Dwemer craft lord Kagrenak. The only problem is, this bad boy is super heavy. Won't need that on me. Okay, we're just gonna have to micromanage our inventory here and make some concessions as to what I'm carrying. For the most part, let's leave everything that restores my health and gives me a strength boost. Which I already have a lot. I dare say we're gonna have to dump a bunch of these artifacts. Kind of a shame. Especially stuff like this. No, I don't think summons are gonna be of much use here. Really, I get easily blasted. Even with their aid. If companion levels scale with you, that make more sense. As it is. Yeah, you're just gonna get a whole lot of mileage out of these guys. Oh, almost there. Truthfully, there is a lot here I could use to stack together. I'm gonna keep that just in case someone casts poison and goes through my defenses. Alright, just about enough. Alrighty, we have all the doohickeys we need. So, I do believe it's high time we go and meet with the big cheese himself. Hey, I might even apply this cool item with Levitate to help me get there faster. How efficient that's gonna be remains to be seen. It's so adorable that you're still trying to make an attempt at halting my progress, but we're long past that, guys. If there's any kind of challenge left here, it's the big boy himself. You know, I've learned to appreciate holidays, particularly celebrations like Halloween or Christmas. Not just for the fact that there's a different mood to it, or people get prepared, but you know your favorite content creator is more likely to put up a video, and that's been happening a lot lately. Like, I still have to get through Sacro's latest upload. Sagan Hawk came out of left field, was like, yeah, here you go guys, one more for the road to close off 2025. Dungeon Chill has been putting on an insane workload after that last 5-hour review he did. Like, goddamn. That man has been just pushing himself. Hope not to a point where he generally gets burned out, because together with Madular, he is definitely one of those fairly recent discoveries on YouTube that I greatly appreciate. Particularly for learning about very obscure games. Many of which I'm not that likely to play myself, because they don't particularly cater to my interests, or they just look too much of a hassle. But I'm glad Chill is there to take on the mantle. Hold up, this might be a good opportunity for us to try this levitation item. It's not super fast, but hey, shortcut. You know, it would have been nigh impossible for me to get here on foot otherwise. just because of the particularly high slope that's meant to deter you from moving over here. Yo, look at that lava pit down there. Now that's a set piece right here. Just gonna make sure. I get to where I need to be. Which is, good question. Where is it? I see an entrance, but how the heck do I open it? Is it actually this boulder? It's a levitation spell. Did someone fall down the lava? What's going on down there? Oh yeah. Bro just decided to take a hot dip real quick. Well, you have fun with that. Do I need to do anything else? There's no battle going on. The fact that he's aggroed. Okay, fine. I'm gonna go back a previous save. Oh my word. Anything else? Well, we're trying to figure out how to get to the stronghold. Except I'm still in the middle of a fight, apparently. I can't even read the note that says what I'm meant to be doing here. What battle? What is trying to fight me? Tell me, game. Hell, I'll go here if I need to. Assault. Sword of Citadel Dagoth. With the artifacts, Rave got summoned on King to sever Dagoth's first connection to the heart of Lorcan, thus destroy Dagoth Ur. Well, the pre-stage preparations for the stage. Sense of expansion. We'll defend it. Doesn't exactly see how I get in. And I got the 2 items I need. Plus Rave Guard, so I'm technically ready to head in there. Yeah, it seems like I'm right in front of it, but it's not opening. So, no clue what's going on here. Unless there's another proper entrance? Uh-oh. Hey buddy. I guess this is our life now. Well, there's not really any other way to approach. They go for a strong for them from here. Do I have to press a switch to open this up from someplace? Don't see anything. Oh. Aha! Sneaky. Quite dastardly indeed.
Come, Nerevar, friend or traitor, come. Come and look upon the heart and of Kulakan. And bring Wraithguard. I have need of it.
You know how sometimes you can tell without seeing someone that they sound particularly handsome or beautiful? That's the impression I'm getting from this enchanting voice.
Come to the Heart Chamber. I wait for you there where we last met countless ages ago.
But first, face a multitude of my minions. Ho ho! Bet you didn't expect that.
Through fire and war. I welcome you. Welcome, Moon and Star. I have prepared a place for you.
Inner tower. Out facility. I think it'd be neat if I clean at least this floor up so I have some place to rest up. There we go. That's how we know this floor is clean of enemies. Or at least my immediate surroundings.
Come, bring Wraithguard to the Heart Chamber. Together let us free the cursed false god. Welcome, Nerevar. Together we shall speak for the law and the land, and shall drive the mongrel dogs of the Empire from Morrowind.
You know, all things considered, it's actually hilarious to me how Deck of Ur retroactively is considered to be just a peak villain design, but no one's actually unironically yet tried to bring a point. Hey, this Deck of Ur guy, he sounds a bit problematic because of his racist ramblings. Can we not do that, please?
Is this how you honor the Sixth House and the tribe unmourned? Come to me openly, and not by stealth.
What kind of stealth? I'm just out here absolutely ravaging your defenses. Hey, that's a cool magical trinket you got there, friend. Could that be him? Could that be him?
Welcome, Moon and Star, to this place where destiny is made.
Here we are. There he is, in all of his glory and glorious jiggling. peak male performance, I dare say. It began here. It will end here. Have you any parting words? Or would you prefer to skip the speeches and get to our business? You are the challenger here, after all. So to you goes the courtesy of the first blow. That, albeit being a small thing, is such a nice touch, because they knew you'd probably be retrying the ensuing encounter a couple of times, so they're just like, oh yeah, we can just skip the pleasantries and get on with it, if you choose to do so. Now that you have come to me here, there can be but one result. Many times I've considered offering to share this place with you. I considered offering to accept your oath of service. You might try to buy my trust by giving me Raveguard, Keening, and Sunder. I thought we might once again be friends, comrades, brothers in arms. But I have won this place and power by right of conquest, by right of daring and enterprise. I will not risk it to cunning and deceit. I offer you no deals. If you are my enemy, I cannot trust you. And even if you are not my enemy, I cannot let you live. It will all be decided here. I believe I will prevail, but I cannot be sure. And I am vain enough that, should I fall, I would wish to be remembered in my own words. So if you have final questions you would ask them now. I have final questions I would ask you, if you would answer. My first question is, are you really Nerevar Reborn? By the grace of gods and fate, I am Nerevar Reborn. I am a loyal servant of the Emperor. I am a self-willed hero, and I make my own fate. I know no more than you do. There is merit to all of these answers, actually, but as been confirmed by Azura herself, we are indeed the reincarnation of Nerevar, and that's what we shall answer as. That is bitter. The gods and fates are cruel. I served you faithfully once, Lord Nerevar, and you repaid me with death. I hope this time it will be you who pays for your faithlessness. My second question is, if you win, what do you plan to do with the power from the heart? Will you make yourself a god and establish a hierarchy? Or will you complete a Kulakan, a dispute of Tamiel with the Septims? Or will you share the heart with your followers, as I have, and breed a new race of divine immortals? Make myself a god, complete a Kulakan, share the heart. I have my own secret plan for the heart. I mean, we could just say we're gonna destroy it instead, and stop this madness from happening again. So I guess that counts as my own plan. Well, perhaps there may be surprises in store for me yet. Or perhaps you obscure your plans on principle. Or perhaps you are an instinctive bluffer. No matter. My final question is, if I had offered to let you join me, would you have surrendered Raveguard, Sunder, and Keening to me to seal your oath? No, I'd never join you. No, I'd never surrendered the tools. Yes, perhaps with the right guarantees. Yes, if I had a cunning plan. Yes, perhaps with the right guarantees. Since it highly matters, let me assure you, there are no guarantees that will help you. Once I had my hands on those tools. Pity I didn't try to bargain with you. It might have made things so much easier. But now, if you have any questions, ask them. Otherwise, you are the challenger. Await your first blow. What is your plan for the heart? I will continue to draw divine power from the heart and distribute it to my kin and followers. I will continue to broadcast divine power upon the blight winds, so that it will touch each soul on Vardafel and then, more broadly, across the waters to the rest of Morrowind and Tamriel. In time, every mortal in Tamriel shall feel the liberating contact with the divine. What is your plan for the Sixth House? The Sixth House will serve as the lead cadre of our movement. As cultists evolve through various stages of enlightenment, they will become, as suits their abilities, either holy warriors or priests. Their duty is to prepare themselves for service. Their joy in liberation is to enter ever more deeply into the profound enlightenment of the divine dream world. What is your plan for the Dunmer? I will free the Dunmer from the imperial yoke and cast down the false gods to the temple. I will lead them out of their ancient superstitions and gift them with intimate knowledge of the divine. Then perhaps Morrowind is when Morrowind is once again restored to its ancient glories. It will be time to consider whether the Dahmer should cultivate ambitions of empire. How do you justify your crimes? If, by my crimes, you mean the inevitable suffering and destruction caused by war, then I accept the burden of leadership. The Sixth House cannot be restored without war. Enlightenment cannot grow without the risk of upsetting the tradition-bound, complacent herd. And the mongrel armies of the Emperor cannot be expelled from Morrowind without bloodshed. As I have charity and compassion, I grieve. But our mission is just and noble. What happened to the Dwemer? I have no idea what happened to the Dwemer. I have been denied the opportunity to study Wraithguard, and I am not sure how much of Krakenek's lore was invested in his tools, and how much in his own sorcery and mastery. I have long studied Kegrenak, and have come to admire his wisdom and craft. Someday, after the campaigns of the Sixth House are secure, I hope to have time to dedicate to this mystery. Why are you building Akulakan? Akulakan will serve three purposes. First, it will be the champion of my armies, liberating first Varnenfeld and Morrowind, and then perhaps the rest of Termiel. Second, it will serve as a sower, and cultivator of the divine substance derived from the heart. 3. It will serve as the prominent banner and symbol of our cause, to defy the Empire, to liberate mortals from ancient superstitions, and to glorify a crusade against the gods. I'm finished talking. Defend yourself. Very well. If you're impatient to begin, go ahead. You are the challenger. To you goes the first blow. He says as he starts pelting me with spells. So much for that, huh? Anyway. Oh, wow. That just kind of came and went, didn't it? Oh. I'm actually quite shocked. I expected him to at least have a Malexia's health pool and sustain some damage, but huh. More like two-shot him.
I'm a god. How can you kill a god? What a grand and intoxicating innocence. How could you be so naive? There is no escape. No recall or intervention can work in this place. Come, lay down your weapons.
Guys.
It is not too late for my mercy.
I've been bamboozled. He is approaching me menacingly. I think at this stage I'm just supposed to go after the heart. So that's exactly what we're gonna do. Just let me bring back some healing items so I don't get sniped. That looks to be it. I think so. He has an aura about him, so considering what Dageth says, I'm pretty sure I'm just supposed to go after the heart here. And there's the golem. Quite a neat looking place, I have to say. So if I remember right, we smacked this thing 2 times with Sunder and then stab it with Keening.
What are you doing? What are you doing?
Oh, that's working.
Fool! Stop! This is the end. The bitter, bitter end.
Well, Barry is down, so this is the end, Dagger. Farewell, old friend and enemy. I found the heart of Lorcan within the giant artifact Akulakan. I struck the heart with thunder, then struck it again and again with keening until the champion was destroyed. Severed from the sustaining power of the heart, Daggerford was destroyed. But the instruments triggered an earthquake, so I had to flee for my life. Here come the Michael Bay explosions, everyone. I think it's time to bail. I'm not sure, but I don't want to stick around in case there's some extended scripting here telling me if I decide to stay, I'm just gonna get blown up to smithereens. Oh, that's closed off. Can't have that, no, can we? Oh, hey, Azura. Nice of you to come by.
You no longer bear the burden of prophecy.
Whoa,
You
not too
achieved
close.
Your destiny. You are free. The doomed Duima's folly, Lord Dagoth's temptation, the tribunal's seduction, the god's heart freed, the prophecy fulfilled. All fate sealed and sins redeemed. If you have pity, mourn the lost. But let the weeping cease. The blight is gone, and the sun's golden honey gilds the land. Hail, Savior, Hortator, and Nerevarine. Your people look to you for protection. Monster and villains, great and small, still threaten the people of Vardenfell. Enemies and evils abound, yet indomitable will might rid Morrowind of all its ills.
No, that's Nocturnal.
Our thanks and blessing.
How do I know
Our
this?
gift and token given.
Just look at her robe.
Take
And
this
you know the
thing from
answer.
the hand of God.
As I fly from the destruction of the Chamber of Akulakan, I encountered the presence of the Danger Lord Azura. She told me I had achieved my destiny and was free. The prophecies are fulfilled and the blight gone. But now, I'm Hortator and Neverine, protector of Morrowind. I must defend the people from monsters and villains. She gave me a ring as a token of thanks and blessing. With Daggerford destroyed, his insane dreams can no longer drive the people of Morrowind to madness as they sleep. Night Eye 20 points and restore fatigue. Not even roll credits, huh? That was a bit underwhelming, I have to say. But then again, first of all, I am level 27, so that may have had an impact. Secondly, I did do the DLC, or rather expansion pack content, so I had some really strong weapons. That could have easily swayed the game balance onto my side, for sure. Probably. I think we're gonna have to do that in order to play this off. Oh. Would you look at that? Ren Mountain is no longer cursed. The skies have cleared. And, it's much more serene looking. Oh, you know what? We could go and talk to Vivek. Just to see how he reacts after we've accomplished our quest.
I've heard a lot about you, Outlander. Go ahead.
And we are in the temple? It would seem? Yes. I wonder if me beating the vanilla story would have affected the Mournhold content in the way Amalexia approaches you. The blight is gone and we have survived. Now we must dedicate ourselves to rebuilding the temple. And you must dedicate yourself to your responsibilities as protector of Morrowind. We have lost our divine powers, but not altogether. So token the people's faith remains, and we shall dedicate it to rebuilding the temple. Now that Dagoth is gone, we can turn our energies to the more humble needs of the people. It is good, honest work, and I believe there is redemption in it. If that's what I think it is, no further impact. Oh, I thought it was gonna be the Dagoth Wave synth remix, but I can also play that as a bonus, for sure. Amalexia, Sophasil, and I gained our divine powers from the heart of Lorcan, and now we no longer have access to the heart, so we must lose our divinity. I have always worn my divinity lightly. Fundamentally, I am not at all a serious person. I will not miss it. I have tried to do what was necessary. I'm afraid I have done some harm. I assure you, I'll be quite content to be a mere mortal again, dedicated to my own amusements. There is much to do. You still have Kraganak's tools, potent weapons, and the wit and experience of a proven hero. The Tribunal and the Temple are happy to yield to you the duties of fighting the enemies of Morrowind. There are many blighted beasts and horrors that have survived, must be hunted down and destroyed. There are lesser monsters and villains of all kinds who prey upon the people. There are unsolved mysteries, and legendary treasures undiscovered. I'm sure you'll find much to occupy you. Basically the game telling you, hey, you could now do side quests if you choose to do so. Oh, I think this might elaborate on Tribunal. We don't communicate. Without the heart, our divine powers must diminish. She takes the divinity very seriously, and the loss weighs heavily on her. She tends to brood, and I fear she will do herself another harm. What's on the dinner tonight, Frosty Man? I found Sophasil dead and killed Amalexia. That's very sad. I presume she killed Sophasil. I thought she might harm me. I presume she tried to kill you, Neverine. It is all very sad, but death comes to all mortals. And we are all mortal now. In time, death will come to me, Neverine. Perhaps even at your hands. It is futile to deny one's fate, but nonetheless, I am afraid I find it all very, very sad that it should end this way. Something that began in such glory and noble promise. I do not hear from him since our defeat at Red Mountain. Truly, I scarcely ever heard from him. He is completely self-absorbed. Like myself, without the heart, his divine powers will diminish, but I doubt he will notice the loss. He is fascinated by the hidden world and its mysteries. And I doubt he even notices us most of the time. And I think that's all voice lines take into account. So, yeah, there you have it. We're now champion of Morrowind! Yay!
No! Alana, that's your froggy ass. I am going to commit suicide!
This must be how Vivek feels right now if I told him that, hey, your two friends that you haven't contacted for a while, they're gone. That one meme of logging on to Steam and seeing that your friend was last online 3 years ago. That's Vivek right there. Well, anyway. Let's play us off with this video. For the impact link me to.
While I can't say that you have never... While I can't say that you have never been responsible for helping out the province, you have also created or influenced the vast majority of major threats in the first place. The werewolves only came to Solstein because of your colony. The same goes for the Dark Brotherhood. You bought a slave and gave her to a tribal chief for an alliance. You plan to destroy the heart. You are a super spreader of the divine disease. You took orders from a shirtless crackhead, joined the mongrel dogs of the Empire to oppress our people, and you killed Uncle Sweetshare, almost ruining new life.
Hey,
the vast
I spared
majority
him.
of this province's problems are caused, at least indirectly, by you. And you know what? In all honesty, that would be fine. You are very intelligent, and you almost always do fix it. And in the end, it's extremely unlikely that you won't end up benefiting the world a lot more than you will damage it. But fuck, dude. You can't keep using your magic as a way to escape your humanity. I didn't ask you to say brandy because I thought an ash vampire would seriously care, or because I was insecure. I did it because it made you look weird, and I was trying to get you to adopt behaviors and use language that makes you come across like a normal fucking mer. Everyone knows what distilled alcohol is, but calling it that outside the context of an alchemy class makes you seem like someone who defines themselves solely by their magic, which is undeniably who you are. I know you think that there's nothing wrong with being that person, dude, but there is. Taking your magicka and deciding that it elevates you above the rest of the planet is an awful decision that will lead to a life filled with misery and alienation. It will color every interaction you ever have and make it impossible to have real friends or relationships. I'm not saying that you won't have any, but they won't hold any meaning to you, and they certainly won't bring you any happiness. Sure, you'll probably manage a pity fuck or two after you save the province for the 8th time, but it'll bring you nothing but emptiness. Maybe you'll eventually abandon women altogether and decide that your true love is magic, secretly seething inside whenever you see a guy like Fargoth or Jib getting married to someone he really cares about. Who cares about him? Get out, dude. You're fired. Big McFuckoffs from McDagoffs.
Well, even in his defeat, Daggerfur continues to smack-talk me from beyond the grave. And you know what? That's not everything. He still has one more flex left in him. Come on, you know that was gonna come in sooner or later.
Well, the moon and star come to me through fire and war.
The fact that he can make a whole song out of these voice lines is a testament to Daggerfur's legacy.
I'm a god. How can you kill a god? What a grand and intoxicating innocence. I'm a god. How can you kill a god? Shame on you, sweet Nerevar. I'm a god. I'm a god. I'm a god. God. I'm a god. I'm a god. I'm a god. Well, the moon and star come to me through fire and war. Oh, oh, come Nerevar, come and look upon the heart. Look upon the heart. Oh, lay down your weapons. It is not
I know where that one came from.
Oh, oh, grand and intoxicating innocence. I'm a god. How can you kill a god? Shame on you, sweet Marabar. I'm a god. I'm a god. I'm a god. God. I'm a god. I'm a god. I'm a god. No recall or intervention can work in this place. There is no escape. No recall or intervention can work in this place. There is no escape. No recall or intervention can work in this place.
Really sending the point across.
No recall or intervention can work in this place. There is no escape. Oh, I'm a god. How can you kill a god? What a grand and intoxicating innocence. I'm a god. How can you kill a god? Shame on you, sweet Marabar. I'm a god. I'm a god. I'm a god. God. I'm a god. I'm a god. I'm a god.
When I look at Daggerfur, I'm like, damn. These are my workout goals. All I need is to procure a fancy mask to wear during my routine. And then I'll be just like the king himself. Thank you for that. It never, ever gets old. But wait, there's more. We have another link here. Coming hot. From No for Impact. Take of an N-word.
He says it every morning. He calls me Nanoir.
I'm okay to play this on stream.
He calls himself Nanoir all the time.
Probably.
Nanoir this, Nanoir. Nanoir, please. Bitch, Nanoir. Nanoir, have you lost your mind? Nanoir, check that wench. Nanoir, you bullshitting brick yourself, Nanoir. He says it so much I don't even notice it anymore. Last week, the mead hall, and he says to a Nord, can a Noir borrow a sweet roll? And my first thought wasn't, by the 9, he said the N-word. It was now, how is a Noir gonna borrow a sweet roll? Noir, is you gonna give it back?
Oh, man. You know, maybe there is some merit to AI after all. I mean, it would have been much better to pay the original voice actor to say these lines, but hey, if you can get the real deal, at least we have the technology for true magic to happen. And with that, yeah, let's do a quick summary of my thoughts and feelings on Morrowind. Now that we've concluded our playthrough after 18 whole parts. Damn, this has been going on for quite a while, hasn't it? Sad to see it go on the one hand, but at the same time, I feel like we got what we wanted out of Elder Scrolls 3. Experience some of the best content there is there. There were definitely a couple weaker moments that we could have done without, but, well, you have to take the good with the bad sometimes. So, now that I've played 3 games from the main line, how would I place Morrowind among Oblivion and Skyrim? So, let's start with describing Morrowind first, based on my experiences. Now, especially as of recent, I've played my share of games that are at least 20 years old. And that comes with understandably, a lot of data design pertaining to the era. Now add to that the fact that we're playing a Bethesda title, especially one crafted on an earlier iteration, actually probably one of the earliest interpretations of their in-house engine. Whenever you boot up a game from that studio, at the back of your mind, you expect something to happen eventually. Whether an NPC clips through the ground, or you get sent sky high from an enemy club pulverizing you, you know it's gonna come in sooner or later. That's just a Bethesda touch. And here, in particular, because of how rough around the edges the game is, it's especially apparent, but for what it's worth, it was pretty stable and enjoyable ride. Like, yeah, AI pathfinding would glitch out, and would get some unintentionally funny moments, but not to the extent I was expecting. And that's kind of strange because as a whole, the game system, when you look at it, it looks like it's tied together with shoestrings, but here and there, you can see some tighter made knots. And that's especially apparent with the way combat works. Like, on surface level, yeah, it's just a bunch of dudes flimsily swinging their arms at one another until a point of contact is made. But there's some nuances here. Like, you actually have to micromanage stamina because it makes a huge difference on your accuracy. Your character build is particularly important. Like, this game is pretty rigid in terms of commitment to your skills and how much that matters in terms of how capable you are at something. As opposed to the later entries, there is much more dedication required. And in some aspects, you do get less freedom. Like, lockpicking is pretty strict about committing to using the skill and your proficiency with it, as opposed to Oblivion and onwards, going like, here's the minigame you can play, and if you're lucky enough or you understand how to crack the code, you could just blaze through it. No problem. Well, we played this on Open Morrowind, which I feel is sufficient enough. Because that lets you play with higher resolution, gives the game access to your system specs, so it has much more to work on memory-wise, and it's just a smooth ride from that point. You could probably spring in with mods if you wanted to, but if you want a true experience, it's good enough, in my opinion. But yeah, then you have, on the flip side, the magic system, which is a whole league of its own, and alchemy, because you can do some wacky stuff with it, like make your own potions and spells that have these insane stacked effects, which let you easily break the game to your advantage. But then again, that also applies just to stat stacking in general. You could chuck 20 skooma and you'd be just blazing from one end of the map to another. And is it jank? Yes. But it's the fun kind of jank that gives you more opportunities to have fun and be a little creative, should you choose to. The highlight of the game, though, is definitely the writing. Out of all the games I've experienced so far in the Elder Scrolls franchise, this is at the top. No contest. Heck, there's dare to say this was one of the best storytelling experience in gaming period. It just has a memorable cast of characters, and there is so much attention to detail put into the lore building, be it through scriptures you find across the game, which, by the way, a lot of them are actually required reading, because how you progress through quests depends on your knowledge, what you've been told to go through, and how to apply it. But not only that, you can actually see like the cultural aspects that described in Dunmer culture actually reflected in the world you're exploring, and that's awesome. That actually gives you an incentive to go out of your way to learn these snippets, because it matters. It actually matters. Sure, you can do away with them if you don't want to, besides the base minimum required, which is also fine. But you're actually missing out on a ton of fun stuff. And yeah, ever since then, there has definitely been a decline in quality. Oblivion and Skyrim, while having their charms, do not hold a candle to this level of attention to detail as what Morrowind goes through in painting this vast and interesting realm full of intricate details that just wait for you to be uncovered. And then you have easily one of the most interesting written villains, because is he mad? Yes. Is he evil? Yes. But he's given clear motivations and a background that explains them well enough to the point where he's an understandable villain. It doesn't come out of left field. And you can even sympathize with him in some regards, because, sure, is Vardenfell being taken over by the Empire? Yeah, and that is definitely not in line with a lot of Dunmer. So they would share a strong sentiment with Dagobah that they need to reclaim the land for their own. What's
Come
this?
on! Run while there's still time! Everyone is smoking! Quick! But it's only a matter of time before they're overwhelmed! Run when you can!
Well, you see, I'm actually still gonna place Oblivion over Morrowind as my number one game in the series from the three I've played, because it just has such a charming jank factor to it that I am compelled. I am captivated by it. Morrowind just doesn't quite hit the same sweet spot as the enchanting clunkiness of the experience that is Oblivion. Not only that, to this day, some of the quest lines in those games still stand strong within me, like the whole Dark Brotherhood narrative, or the Shrinking Isles expansion, and Sheogorath. He's just such a engaging and memorable character. That too. It's a combo of several factors, but that technically step up from Morrowind while still looking very awkward with the character models and their movement. It makes the whole. So that's why I'm going to play is Oblivion first, followed by Morrowind, and then Skyrim. Skyrim not being a bad game, but out of the three, it is the weakest entry, and one that I could play one full playthrough and be like, yeah, this was fine. I don't really feel a need to come back here unless I want to try some mods. The best part about that game is the modding scene, and it's a cozy game to explore. That's it. But like out of these three, Oblivion is numero uno on my tier list. And I wholeheartedly recommend it to you guys because it is a fun game. Same with Morrowind. Both of these definitely deserve the attention and praise they get. Well, if anything, my friend, Daggerfall is going to be next. Because that has full-on Unity-supported rendition, which I feel is going to make a potential playthrough much, much more enjoyable. Am I going to do it soon? Probably not. Because I already have a couple of things on the lineup. Next up, we're going to return to Soul Reaver for a while, but after that, Frosty, if you are willing to join me on a Lords of the Fallen co-op adventure, I would be delighted. I think the audience has earned themselves a new bro-up series on our behalf. Oh, why'd you do that to yourself? No further impact. Why? I took the brunt on my chest to save you guys. Why? Why? At least play the other two. Ah, true. He could be playing as the younger brother, which I'm sure affects the gameplay in a very comprehensive manner. I owned the other two previously. Well, this one's on you, my dude. I tried. I genuinely tried to sway away, and you might want to hold back on calling Twerk free good. Ugh. That was a beast of its own. I'm just gonna say. But yeah. Looking into the future, there is this RPG called The Thaumaturge, which I have previously hinted at. So that's gonna be another potentially long format playthrough. They want to do sometime in the future, maybe after the Soul Reaver games or Lords of the Fallen playthrough, depending on what they finish up first. And what else? Well, I was gonna hop on mainline Ultima games with 7. I don't really intend to back away, so I think we're due for a return to the realm of Britannia. Now that Underworld has been taken care of, we only have 9 whole games to experience. I know it's a little weird for me to start from 7, but it's the most acclaimed one, and it has kind of sort of a sequel with Serpent Isle, so that alone I feel like is gonna take us quite a bit to delve into. For that, we can go either forwards or backwards, depending on how I feel like it. So there you have it. That's our prospects, short and long term, streaming schedule wise. So I do hope you guys decide to join me on these upcoming ventures. Next stream is gonna be I'm thinking here. I might pull something on New Year's, since I'm gonna be off work. Yeah, why not? We could totally do another double whammy like we did this week. Because Thursday I'll have to myself, and then there's Saturday where we could do longer sessions. So yeah, how about we say Soul Reaver on Thursday, and we start Lords of the Fallen on Saturday if things work out. I reckon that's a solid ass plan. The remake. The remake specifically because it was on a discount recently, and we purchased it together with the Frosty Man. If I end up liking enough, the upcoming sequel is not off the table. Sorry, just checking my Discord notifications real quick before I sign off. Well, before I shut off the stream, I'm gonna send you guys to Ronan because he appears to be live at the moment. So let's hide the man and see what exactly he's playing. Take care, boys.
Before anything, the Asian girl in that
Until next time.
Something about an older Asian. I would have fucked the daylights out of that Chinese lady. If I could fuck that Chinese lady, my life would be fucked. Fucking that Chinese lady is. I can't fuck that Chinese woman. I almost fucked that Chinese lady.
I am now compelled to wait until
fuck that Chinese bitch, man. I'm quitting TikTok.
This redeem is finished.
That Chinese slut will never see my business. Chinese bitches have stolen my heart.
Never gets old.
That Chinese
Never.
Bitch doesn't come. Chinese women are getting sexier. They used to always wear the. I basically fucked that Chinese lady. This Chinese bitch is trying to seduce. Chinese women apparently give the best intercourse. I want to fuck that Chinese lady at that donut. Chinese bitches around the world. We know that. That Chinese bitch wants to fuck me. It's official. That sexy Chinese bitch wants me to fuck her with the donuts. I want to fuck that Chinese bitch, but this bitch forgot one of the donuts. I told her.
Me whenever I see QJ on the Elmo deck.
Chinese bitch cured cancer. Chinese sluts have played with my emotions far too many. I would fuck the older Chinese lady because she's sexy, right? She gives off some sort of sexy. Me wanting to fuck that Chinese lady is the only reason I'm off myself, right? These are not from her. Fucking that Chinese donut lady is the only thing I really desire in life, right? I really want to fuck that Chinese lady on me. I would fuck the ethnicity out of that Chinese lady, right? I want to fuck the Chinese lady and give her. I want to fuck the Chinese lady and elope with her in Las Vegas. I'd let the Chinese lady molest me if I was not.
See you guys. Till next time.